response. And so here, they didn't check off the first column, they checked off the second one, they checked off the third one, they didn't check off the fourth one. So that's that sort of thing. So that's how you key in the data for multiple or all that apply. Each column has one response. Okay. Now, if you look at, let's see here. Okay. So here's a question: how often do you go to a bank? Question number 3. And so here they have to pick one of these responses, right? So if it is once a week, it is you enter 1. Then if it is once in 2 weeks, you enter a 2. So once a month, you enter a 3. So here all you have is just one column for question 3. Okay, so that's how you do your data entry, depending upon the question. Okay, now for open-ended questions, right? Other. So you had another category, so people can fill out all kinds of responses there. So usually what I would do is in your coding sheet, pick the most frequently cited other category responses, and then have a number. So response 1 would be this most frequently occurring other category. Then number 2 will be the next most frequently occurring category. So that's how you, so these are a little bit more harder to code, but that's how you should do that, the coding. Okay? So the important thing is, you know, if you want to use Excel Data Analyst is very easy to use. But the hard part is setting up the variables and defining them, and then making sure that they match what is in the data file. Once you have that set up, then running Excel Data Analyst is very, very easy. Because, for example, when you open it, you do enable content, and then you go to add-ins, you go to Excel Data Analyst. So one of the first things you're going to do in your data analysis is you want to have frequencies. Okay, so let's do percents. So let's take, for example, okay. So let's take these first 9 questions here, and then we say okay. So see, it gives me these frequencies. So you've got to have frequencies like this for every one of your questions. Okay, so it'll tell me how often do you visit an ATM. So it tells you totally there were 181 responses. So 57% basically go less than once a week. Okay, and then 30% go once a week, and so on. Importance of access to an ATM, very much 56% said that. Okay, importance of branch bank availability, again 79%, 43% or 79 people said very much. So every question of yours, minimum you're going to have these frequencies, okay? And then what you want to do is, then you want to do crosstabs. For all your demographic variables, you want to do crosstabs with each of those questions. Okay, so let's look at how you do that. So you go to crosstabs. Okay, so let's pick, for example, gender. All right, so that becomes the row variable, and then your size of home, town, or city, and it becomes the column variable. And then you say okay. So there you go. So it tells you that there is no significant association between gender and size of hometown or city. And then it gives you the chi-square values at 95% level. It tells you there's no significant difference. And so it does this all for you very easily, but the hard part is setting it up. Once you have it set up, it does this. Now, you can also do this on Qualtrics. okay? But at the 95% level, I don't know how you figure out how to do that on Qualtrics. It'll tell you, but whether it's significant or not, but it may not specify at what level. So that level that you have to figure out, okay? And maybe my TAs can help you with that. But you know, I use SPSS and SAS for my data analysis, and for simple stuff, Excel Data Analyst. And Qualtrics, there's a way you can, you know, do the analysis on Qualtrics, but it's limited. So if you can capture your data into Excel and then upload it into Excel Data Analyst, it's a lot easier to do the analysis. It's up to you guys what you want to do. Okay, but this is going to take some time doing this, and you know, setting up the file and doing the analysis, and so you know, this is not something you can do overnight. So you need to work on that. Okay. Now I don't want any pie charts. I don't want any bar charts, because these are fillers. They just take up space. So for each variable, do not do that. You know, Excel Data Analyst will churn out all that stuff if you want it, but I don't want that. Okay. I just want the actual data. And so, so when, for example, when you're using Excel Data Analyst, let's say you want to do the frequencies, okay, the Excel Data Analyst, summarize percentages, okay, so let's take each of these, and you just say, okay, and so it will do a pie chart if you want, or a bar chart, and let's see, that's all, a lot of that stuff is just filler. Okay, so I don't want all that. All I want is just the frequency. So don't waste your time making these bar charts and stuff like that. Okay, all I want is just the frequencies. Okay, so again, look at your syllabus. It tells you clearly what needs to be in your report. Okay, if you look on your syllabus on page number 3, clearly says what should be on your report. And so again, here I brought the sample, look over it, and this sample project got 200 points last semester out of 200. And so not all the groups got that kind of a score. So, you know, so that's basically what we need to get done. So what I want you to do is work on your projects, and if you need any individual help, you can come here and I can help.